say to the people in Michigan who say immigration really isn't that big of a problem here?
Well, I appreciate the question, Janelle, and I'd say that, interestingly, legal immigrants often suffer the most from illegal immigration. If you look at the effect on legal immigrants' wages, if you look at the jobs that they're working in, and if you look at the communities that they're living in that are most affected by the public safety problems caused by illegal immigration, my message to legal immigrants was, one, we love to have you. You're very welcome, and we're happy that you came through the proper channels, but this illegal immigration problem is very often, it falls hardest on legal immigrants more than anybody else. And so my message is our anti-illegal immigration platform is actually going to make your life better. It's going to make your wages go up. It's going to make public safety in your communities better. Look, I'm married to the daughter of legal immigrants. I do believe in my heart that legal immigration can enrich this country, but not illegal immigration, which is what Kamala Harris has done all over this country. It's made us less safe. It's driven down wages for working Americans, and it's made our communities less prosperous. We've got to stop this craziness. President Trump and I are going to do it. And on that topic, I know that was the last question, but let me just offer one final observation again about these guys in the back. Law enforcement is fundamentally a team effort. You need the federal government to do what it needs to do. You need the state government and the local governments to be empowered to keep people safe. What is so broken about American public safety, it's not our local police officers who are doing great things. It's not our state leadership who's very often doing great things. It is the federal government allowing criminals who shouldn't be here, promoting sex trafficking and drug trafficking at our southern border. It is making these guys' jobs so much more difficult. And it's making it difficult in ways that we don't even always see. I talked earlier to these guys behind me a little bit earlier. We talked about the fact that when they have illegal aliens and they have to provide food and housing for those illegal aliens, that's precious tax dollars that don't go into hiring additional officers that they need. So we have been put in a zero-sum situation by Kamala Harris where we can prioritize the interests of American citizens and their safety, or we can prioritize the health benefits of illegal aliens. We have got to prioritize our own citizens. This crime problem is a policy choice of Kamala Harris. We can do so much better. Elect Donald Trump, and we will.
What is the plan from the Trump team to execute this mass deportation? What will that look like in the United States? How will you make that happen?
Well, I think it's very simple, actually. The first thing that you have to do, and the first thing that President Trump will do, is stop the massive inflow of illegal aliens in the first place. You got to stop the bleeding before you can actually fix the problem here, and we still have thousands of people coming across the border illegally every single day. So the first thing you do, you re-implement deportations, you finish construction of the border wall, and you stop proposing mass amnesty for millions of illegal aliens. That solves the majority of the border problem on day one. President Trump already did it, and he will certainly do it again. Now, to your point about what do you do with the people who are already here, I think it's important that we send a message that if you have come to this country illegally, if you plowed into an innocent mom and her daughter and they lost their lives because of your actions, the message from the Trump administration is simple. Pack your bags because in 4 months you're going home. We do not consent to an invasion of this country for millions of people who shouldn't be here, and we are going to deport people. Now, you start with the people who are most dangerous. You start with the most violent criminals. You make it harder for businesses to hire illegal aliens, and you work your way down from there. And I think that's how you solve the problem of the people who are here. But if you're not willing to tell at least some of the people who are in this country illegally that you have to go back, then you don't have a real border policy. And unfortunately, that's what Kamala Harris has given this country.